I just took a break, okay, and now it's back to work.
It is back to work. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode tomorrow. But for today is Labor Day, so everyone enjoy. Hopefully everyone's chilling if you can. Thanks for joining us on the Empire 161 Show, Season 6, Episode 17. As we have a Labor Day edition of the show. Oddly enough, the Yankees are off, so I'm sure we'll get into that in a second. Thanks for joining us as always. If you're joining us on the Facebook live stream, if you're joining us on YouTube, or if you found the audio on the podcast. This is Paul Goldschmidt's walk-up music. I know a couple of weeks ago, me and Devon thought we found it, did not find it. This is actually it. Damn you, site for lying to us then, but this is 100% it. Because this was stuck in my head, the whole okay part. It was in my head the other day when I left the stadium, so this is it is Heaven on This Earth by Forrest, Frank, and Tori Deshawn, whoever they are. I suspect it is Christian hip-hop, rap, I don't know. But either way, it sounds pretty good. Lisa, what's up? What's going on?
Hey. Good afternoon, everybody. Like Eddie said, today is Labor Day. So if you don't know what Labor Day is for, it's a day to honor America's workers and the labor unions that make sure that workers in certain sectors are getting all the rights that they get. One of the strongest unions in the world, several are in New York, but let me shout out one that always, I don't know, they just get the job done, and that is the United Federation of Teachers. Eddie, I don't know if you know how hard they go for their staff.
Not really. I know what Jason tells me.
That's right.
Jason is a teacher?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that is one of the strongest unions I've ever witnessed in my life. So kudos to them for doing what they do for their folks. And I'm sure that teachers think that they don't do enough, but because teachers are, in my opinion, undervalued and really need to get more things considered for them. They do a lot. So shout out to teachers too, because this week is the first week of school in New York City too. So they're going to be dealing with a whole lot starting on the 4th, which is the first day. But Eddie and I are here to talk about the last few series. We're going to talk about that last Red Sox game, which I have admittedly completely forgotten about, that Eddie's going to be talking more about. And then we're going to talk about the Yankees versus the Nationals, where we went 3-0. And the Yankees versus the White Sox, where we almost swept them, but in Game 4, we just couldn't. I want to comment that according to Bronx Bombers News on Twitter, the Yankees have won 9 straight road games for the first time since 1998, Ed.
Oh, it's a good year, 1998.
It was a great year.
Yeah.
We did have a couple of roster moves, so I'm going to name those two real quick. JC Escarra was called up from AAA, and left-hand pitcher Ryan Yarbrough returned from his rehab assignment, so he's now off the injured list. And I know we're going to talk about this at the end because it's everywhere now. The Yankees have a couple hard teams, a couple contending teams that they have to play coming up, starting tomorrow with the Astros, and then right after that with the Blue Jays. And we have to talk about what they need to do. They need to basically do what they did in these 2 series, but with those teams.
Yeah, well, that's why I felt like it was, I didn't want to leave out the Sunday night game against the Red Sox. Because the last time we talked, it was not great. Like the
Oh.
Yankees were getting creamed by the Red Sox. They were looking to avoid the sweep, and thankfully they did. By a final of 7-2, Carlos Rodon, he stepped up. And again, these are things that we were talking about. Carlos Rodon did pick up his 14th win of the year. His record's now at the time was 14-7, 5 2/3, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 5 walks. That part not great. That kind of got away from him late. 3 strikeouts. Jazz 2 for 4 with 2 homers, giving him 24 at the time. 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Trent Grisham 2 for 2, also with 2 homers, giving him 25 at the time. 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. So the reason I just wanted to make sure we touched upon this is because this is hopefully an indicator of what is to come, right, with the upcoming series. I mean, I'm not one who's I don't want to gloss over what they did in the following 2 series against, significantly lesser teams, because the good teams have to do that. You got to beat up the bad teams, but you got to at least show face against the good teams. You can't just get destroyed. You can't, like the last time, at least the last time we talked, we went to the Saturday game, and it was rock bottom. It was rock bottom. So the Yankees responded. They did get up off the mat. I mean, we're not going to throw a parade because they didn't get swept by the Red Sox in a 4-game series at home. But hopefully it's what to come. Maybe they got pissed off. Maybe they were kind of like, all right, listen, we got to wake the hell up and get things going, because they did carry it for the rest of the week. But the shoe test, I said, will be coming up. But Yanks hit a lot of homers that game. It was against Dustin May, not the Red Sox top starter, but you face who you face. And, they played a good game. I mean, and again, it was nice to see them not just kind of lay down and go and, kind of dwindle into the night, just kind of disappear, and that's it. So that's why I think that one was important. But they would keep things rolling. Opponent didn't matter, because they really destroyed the Nationals. I mean, they really hammered them. Last Monday night, which was Hamilton night at Yankee Stadium.
Which side is it? Is it my showing the right side?
No, it is. No, you got it. You got it going. As you had mentioned, I think we mentioned it on the show that I was just like, I promised you I was gonna get you the Hamilton hat. You and Angie did get him. I did quickly try it on, and it wasn't happening as predicted, because I got a big ass head. I also need another Yankees hat. But no, you guys like Hamilton. I'm not really a Broadway person, so I figured. But the crowd that night, Lisa, I think I texted you during the game, because we were chatting about the.
I saw.
It was a weird crowd. I went with Danny to this game. It was a bit odd, but whatever. They were cheering for the Yankees, so it didn't matter. But there was a significant amount of people there early, because there were only 10,000 hats as well. But a lot of them were theater fans, and some were even whispering on the line with each other, "Oh, as long as you just get the hat." I'm like, okay, just taking a ball game. It's fine. It won't hurt you. But no, the Yanks really hammered them. They were up 10-0. There was some shenanigans that happened in the 9th inning that kind of dragged things on. That made it even look a little close. But our good friend Yuri De Los Santos got himself into some trouble. Boone trying to stretch him for a 3rd inning. Maybe it was a little too much, but then Mark Leiter Jr. gives him a grand slam, then thankfully ends it. But it prolonged the inevitable. Cam Schlittler, though, picked up his 2nd win of the year. His record at the time 2-2. 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Another dominant performance. Ben Rice 1 for 3 with his 21st homer of the year. RBI, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Cody Bellinger 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, a run scored. Jazz had his homer streak going. He was 1 for 3 with his 25th homer of the year, a walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. And even Jason Dominguez got into the fun, 1 for 4 with his 10th homer of the year, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. So Yanks playing home run derby for a good chunk of this recap. I'm going to bury the lead a little bit with that, but they played home run derby quite a bit here.
They did, yeah. So I watched the game on TV and I was texting Ed as we normally do, but I think I was probably texting a little bit more for this game because they had so many Hamilton references, and I guess they only had the rights to My Shot because that was the only song they kept playing at the commercial breaks. And they interviewed two of the cast members. So, oh, I just blanked on his last name. Christopher, whatever. I'm so sorry, sir. He sang the national anthem that day. He was there. And then the young man who just took over playing Hamilton, they were in the booth for 2 innings with the announcers, and that was pretty cool to hear that. Um, the gentleman Christopher, whose name again I'm blanking on his last name. I think he's a New Yorker. So he sung the national anthem at several Yankee games over the years. But they also had the original cast member who played his love interest throughout the first pitch, and she's a famous Broadway and slash TV actress. Um, and I know that Oswaldo Cabrera did something with two of the other actresses that are in the play now, which I thought was cute, but that was on Instagram. So yeah, a lot of references. So the Yankees have a night for everybody, everybody's interests pretty much.
Yeah.
All of Major League Baseball does. Like they really try to cater to all the different crowds that may show up to games, and I think that's great. Side note, this has nothing to do with this game, and I'll get to my two things really quickly in a minute. But if folks get the chance, go to the Yankees Instagram, or I'm sure it's on TikTok, and they show little leaguers interviewing three pitchers and Oswaldo Cabrera. I don't know if you saw it, Ed.
I
I
think I
will.
did. I think I saw it on Facebook.
It was absolutely adorable. So it was Garrett Cole, Clark Schmidt, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Will Warren. And I loved every question that the kids asked. The best question was when Garrett Cole talked about his first home run. And what he said, all four of them had a really great time with the kids. Their answers were fun and insightful. And I just think that kids should interview players more often because that gets to like the heart of who they really are, in addition to the technical questions that other interviewers ask. I feel like every now and then they should just pepper in like kid set questions or something because I just thought it was really like just adorable and charming to get to know the players out in their baseball element, but also like themselves. And they had so much fun, you could tell. Anyway, my two notes from this game are that when Ben Rice hit his 21st home run in the third, that was the longest home run of his career so far, 435 feet. And at the end of this game, Cam Schlittler, and I will not mess it up the way Ryan Rucco did.
You never know. I'll say never say
I
never.
know, true. Cam Schlittler is the first Yankee since Masahiro Tanaka in 2014 to hold opponents to 3 runs or fewer in each of his first 8 MLB starts. Ed and I have been talking about Cam Schlittler for a little while. We're both very impressed.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited about Cam Schlittler to the point where I'm glad RotoWare caught on with it finally because I was wondering what took them so long. But
Yep.
they have apparently joined the party too. So of course I joined the party as well. We're boboth wearing RotoWare shirts, by the way.
We are. I can't see yours because you have a little glare.
Oh, this is the
Trash.
it's the anti-Astros.
Nice.
Shirt.
And mine's the Judge Stanton Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty awesome. It's funny. I actually do not have that one.
Oh my God, I have a shirt you don't have. That's crazy.
I know. No, it's good. We change it up. We try to get this dude to like be a sponsor. No,
oh my gosh, please! We would love it.
Yeah, he's got MLB PA now, so.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna.
He's long gone. At this point. It is pretty awesome though that he still makes the shirts like in his apartment and stuff, and he shows like the pressing, and it's like, it's pretty cool. It's a nice thing. Plus, they're just really comfortable shirts. I'm gonna be honest. Besides,
they are
the clever designs and stuff. They're just super soft, which is also like a big selling point. So
absolutely, they are.
Yeah. So this was also the second game that Volpe sat because they gave him like a little bit of a mental break.
Mm-hmm. He needed it clearly.
He did. I just didn't love they announced it in advance, like he'll be back Tuesday. I'm like, how do you know? How do you know that? Just kind of like let it rock, man. Just it's okay. Like he's gonna be okay. Yes, eventually by the end of the week he would start hitting. But I don't know. I kind of want to. I just didn't need the scheduled return.
Precise timing of his return.
Yeah, just be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna give him a little mental break. We'll see how it goes day to day. We'll go with it, and that's it. But whatever. He did come back, Tuesday. But honestly, this was the Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, took this one by a final 5-1. Luis Heel picked up the win. His record's now 2-1. 5 hits, 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks. A little too many walks again. 5 strikeouts though, but nonetheless, he got out of some jams. Giancarlo Stanton though, 2 for 3 with his 17th homer of the year, 5 RBIs, a double, a run scored. Cody Bellinger added in 2 for 3 with a walk. 2 runs scored and a double of his own. But yeah, this was the Stanton game where he honestly, that bases clearing double, he just missed a grand slam by a couple of feet as well. Otherwise, this could have been. I thought he tagged it both times. But yeah, no, an impressive game, fairly non-competitive 5-1 victory. But yeah, nice to see Stanton out in the field, back-to-back games as well. Yeah, at least you got more.
Good job out there. Yeah, I do have more out there, and doing a good job out there. I might add.
Yeah.
I have 2 stats. One is actually about C.J. Abrams. So his stats in 57 road games this season is a 298 average, 361. I believe that's. Help me out with these. They didn't tell me what these were. On base percentage, and then the other one's probably slugging, I guess.
Sometimes they'll do average on base. Yeah, third is usually slugging, and then is OPS. Is the fourth on the slash line.
Okay, well they only gave 3, so 298, 361, and 580 with 17 doubles, 4 triples, 14 home runs, 32 RBIs, and 14 stolen bases in 57 games. So C.J. Abrams is definitely somebody to continue to pay attention to. However, this game is about my man. And y'all know, if you watch this show, that I love talking about Giancarlo Stanton every chance I get. So he literally scored all the Yankee runs in the game. And he has, as of the end of this game, 13 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a 1.248 OPS in 30 games since the All-Star break.
He's been crushing it this year. He really has. Even though he got to a super late start, he's been locked in. And he almost had a home run yesterday too, which by the way turned out to be a huge play by Mike Tauchman to rob that one, because that could have been.
Yeah.
But no,
that was a really good catch.
Yeah, he's been hitting great. He's been really hitting great, and they got to find a way. I'm curious to see how it comes. During this stretch, how much they can keep him in the field. I mean, I'll save that for the preview there, because that's going to be telling. Again, how much they can keep him in the lineup, because their best lineup is with him and Judge in the lineup.
Right. And if Judge can't play in the field, then
kind of complicates things. And if they're planning to take it easy with Stanton, it can't be every day, unfortunately. Yeah. But Yanks would complete the sweep Wednesday afternoon of the Nationals by a final of 11-2. Max Fried turned in his second consecutive great start. He picked up the win, 14-5 now on the season. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 6 Ks. Aaron Judge, 2 for 4 with his 41st homer of the year. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Trent Grisham, 1 for 5 with his 26th homer of the year. An RBI, a run scored. Cody Bellinger, 3. Everyone homered in this game. I homered in this game. Cody Bellinger's 3 for 4 with his 25th homer of the year. A walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Ryan McMahon, 1 for 3, 18th homer of the year, 3 RBIs, a run scored. Ben Rice, 3 for 5 with his 22nd homer of the year, 2 runs scored. Austin Wells hit his 18th homer of the year, an RBI and 2 runs scored as well. So this was a 9-run third inning, which
sad about that.
Which I do want to mention something though that was the outlier. Like, there's nothing to complain about this game, right? Like, this was just a beating from beginning to end. Complete the sweep. That 9-run third inning, Lisa, Volpe makes 2 of the 3 outs, and he makes the last out of the inning, and he was booed pretty loud in that situation. I mean, the reason I want to bring it up, though, I'm not trying to pile on Volpe at all, but I think the fan base has basically decided that he is the target now, and I think that it's going a little bit over the top, because at some point, like, I honestly started. I think this was the game that made me start to, like, feel bad for Volpe. Like, it turned the other way, from frustration to almost like feeling bad for him. Like, dude, this is crazy. He just scored 9 runs. I mean,
Couldn't get any of them.
But that was the other thing too. Like, he's one of the starters who didn't get a hit, and he got 2. But I thought the booing was a bit excessive. I gotta admit, the booing was a bit after a 9-run inning. Come on, like, whatever. No, am I being a little too nice about this with him? It just seemed like it was a bit piling on with that. It was a 9-run inning. Come on.
Yeah, but he did not contribute to the 9 runs at all.
I get it, but
so that clearly meant, like, you should have hit, because everybody was able to hit. You didn't. You are still terrible right now. What's going on? And I think people are tired of that. Like, I mean, this has been like almost the whole season worth of what is going on with him.
Yeah.
I'm not at the point of booing him, and I don't get to the point of booing somebody. It takes a long time for me to want to boo somebody. But yeah, I mean, when you have other players that could now cover that position, give him a longer rest and let him prove to you that he's ready to come back. Like, I don't know. I think we've talked about this before. Aaron Boone gives players a whole bunch of leeway, which, like, I get it. Like, you don't bench somebody after 1 or 2, things.
Yeah.
But he's had how many errors on the season? 14, 15 on the season?
No, we're at like 18.
18 errors. And his batting average is probably pretty trash right now.
Oh, there's no way he's going to be able to save that for the year. If he went on a tear in September and hit 400, it's still going to look bad on the season. Like, we're too late for that. But my whole thing is, like, I don't know. I don't boo current players on the team. I really don't. Like, I'm not that guy. For people who do, I mean, listen, it's your right to do it. You got to do what you got to do. It's fine. I don't do it. Do I get frustrated with players? Absolutely. I mean, I've voiced it here, voiced it in person. I've cursed and stuff like that. I just don't get to the booing point. I booed opposing players and do that. That's fine.
You didn't boo Hicks at the end?
No, I didn't.
When we were absolutely exasperated at him?
No, I cursed him a bunch.
Okay.
I will do that, and I'll curse loud. But I've never, I don't know. It's just there's something about the booing thing I've never quite gotten to, because the way I see it is, like, listen, we can hate the guy as much, or even, I mean, maybe that's a strong word, but we can be super frustrated with the guy or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like a sports hate, not like a
yeah.
But I don't know. We still need the guy to succeed. Whatever you feel about him, even like Josh Donaldson, Hicks, we still need them to succeed. Yeah, so I just feel like the booing is counterproductive.
But the problem is that they're not.
I know.
And then when one player doesn't, when this is one of the things about any team sport, when one player is doing really badly, a couple things can happen. One, you're hurting the team's overall chances at winning a game, obviously. Yeah. 2, some other players may play to your level, which you don't want.
No.
So you might be bringing other players' performance down as well just because of you, because they're trying harder to compensate for you not doing well. I'm not saying that's happening right now because we just talked about everybody on the team got a home run except for him, but but that can happen. That can happen. So uh, managers need to pay attention to things like that because it can affect the rest of the team. Um, and listen, I know you love him, but sometimes you gotta sit the person you love down. You
No,
gotta
it's
give
not
them a
personal.
chance.
Oh yeah, no.
No, no,
It
no,
could never
not
be
you.
personal.
I'm talking about Aaron Boone
Oh no,
and
no.
the
I'm saying with
Yankees
Boone too.
organization. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I get the fan base's frustration with Volpe. I think part of the frustration is the crazy level that Boone goes to defend him.
Yes.
Like, which I think we
Yes.
maybe even talked about last week. Remember the heady play that was there? I'm like, dude, you didn't need to, like, you don't need to do it. Like,
Yep.
we
There's
understand.
reels about him like defending him, and not just him, other players too.
Yeah,
Like to the point of like, it's too much, bro. Like it's too much. This is why Jorge Posada needs to be the manager.
yeah. I just, yeah, we can go down that path again. I think
Now we
let's
covered it last week. I will
yeah,
say I
no, let's table that for the end of the year. Hopefully,
yeah,
much later.
yeah, I agree with that. Let me say my two stats about this. So in that third inning, they scored 9 runs. The Nats threw 77 pitches, which is the second most by a team since 2000 in a frame. Do you know who the team was that surpassed that?
Um, I'm gonna say the Rays, the
Ooh,
Devil Rays at the time.
close. Same state.
Oh, the Marlins,
Is the Marlins.
The then Florida Marlins.
Yeah, it was the Marlins versus the Red Sox on June 27th, 2003. And they threw 91 pitches in the first inning.
Wow,
That was a tough first inning.
that's a yeah. How many runs? Do you know how many runs the Red Sox scored in that inning?
I don't. They only said how many pitches the Marlins threw.
Yeah, it had to be close to like the 9 or 10 or
Uh,
more or something like that.
quite sure, yeah.
Impressive.
Um, and then the other stat, which I saw on in like multiple people posted it. The Yankees are the first team in MLB history with 3 different innings that had at least 4 home runs in the inning in a season. First
Yeah.
team in MLB history. Eddie and I love saying that
You do
because we
because it's
can't
been
believe
around.
it.
Yeah, I still just feel like everything's been done at this point.
Not so
Never
much.
ceases to amaze me.
Yep.
No. All right, so the Yanks would hit the road then to Chicago and would keep the ball rolling against the White Sox, uh, taking the opener by a final 10-4. Will Warren picked up his 8th win of the year. His record now 8-6, 5 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. Some earned runs were scored under his watch, though, earlier in that game. Cody Bellinger was 3 for 4 with his 26th homer of the year. Two RBIs, a walk, 2 runs scored, and a double. Jazz was 2 for 4 with his 26th homer of the year, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Trent Grisham 1 for 4 with his 27th homer of the year,
Mhm.
2 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored as well. So the Yanks just kept moseying on along, doing what you got to do though against lesser competition, but emphatically for a lot of this stretch there.
So my notes on this game, the first one has to do with the second one. So in the bottom of the second, Miguel Vargas hit a grand slam. That was the first of his career and the first home run that he's had since July 30th. And then unfortunately, after that high, he had an extreme low, courtesy of Aaron Judge's thigh. Oh, that play was so cringy, and they kept showing it over and over. And I was like, please stop showing his hand bend in that most unnatural way. But Aaron Judge hit the ball, and I think it was the shortstop threw it to Miguel Vargas, who was playing first, and as the ball came at him, it kind of took him in the trajectory of Aaron Judge barreling down first base. The last person in the world you want barreling down first base in baseball. And his hand. I think the top of his hand, I mean, he had the glove on, and that was part of the problem. The glove forced his hand to bend back in such a terrifying way. And he had to leave the game. And
They
he
say what
looked,
the injury was?
no, they didn't. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. But he looked
I
like
was going
he
to
was
say,
in so much pain. So as you keep looking for it, I will say this: when I was in fifth grade, our fifth grade class trip was to this place a little bit, as Ed would call it, upstate. And we were playing kickball with a soccer ball. Ed, what's the problem with that?
where to begin?
What's
The
the
soccer
problem with
ball.
fifth graders playing kickball with a soccer ball?
I mean, it's a bit harder than damn kickball. I mean,
Sure is. A
it's
kickball's supposed to
significantly.
be like rubberized,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I've heard
So I
kickball.
was playing first base, and I went to catch a ball that was, somebody kicked it and it was going foul, and I can catch it and they'd be out. The ball bent my left ring finger back, and it like touched the back of my hand. Um, Immediately swelled up. I don't know how it didn't break. It was sprained, but it puffed up to the size of, I can't even bend my two fingers down, of these two fingers together, but on the left hand. I had to put it in a splint. I don't remember. I think it was like 3 weeks. And it was like the most disgusting dark purple bruise for 3 weeks. That's what the whole hand did. Did you find it?
Yes, I did.
What was it?
Left hand sprain is what they called it.
Well, there you go. His hand sprained the way my ring finger sprained, but I did not have Aaron Judge barreling down first base at me. Thank God.
No, I mean, honestly, as someone who's played first base quite frequently, that is one of the two major injuries that you are concerned with, like throws
Yep.
taking you into the line, because you're
Yep.
basically left defenseless, like
Yep.
with your hand out there or your wrist.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I mean, I seem to be bigger than most people running down the line, at least in rec softball, so they tend to slow up because they're like, I don't want to get hurt, so they will slow down a little bit, and that's nice. But on Murph Guide, actually, we had our first baseman, Sam, who she unfortunately sprained her wrist in a playoff game a couple of weeks back in a play similar to that. So she's basically, she wasn't able to join us for the fall. I checked in on her the other day. She was still dealing with that sprain, but she initially thought she was going to be able to like get back because I took her out of the game immediately. We had a second game. She thought she'd be get out there. As soon as she took the ice pack off, it was a wrap. Like, thankfully, we had 4 ladies that night. And it wasn't like something that was gonna get tricky. But yeah, unfortunately,
It's not worth it, Sam. It's not worth it.
I mean, if she would have said, again, I would have trusted her to do it, but no, she had no choice. There was no option. She literally couldn't move her wrist. Like, there's no anything. You just don't have the decision's taken out of your hands.
Yeah.
Like, you're done, man. That's it. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, tricky thing for all first basemen there in general. That or somebody spiking you and stepping on your foot as they cross the bag is the other one. Especially like we used to play on blacktop, right? When you're reaching for the bag with your foot, there's nothing to reach for. You're kind of just guessing. Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least when it's an actual bag, you have something to reach for.
Yeah, true. I liken it to being a catcher. And wherever the ball goes, you got to go and you got to catch it if it's not cut off, and it can put you in the base path. And I mean, you remember when I got like knocked out, and the guy was out, but they called him safe. I'm still mad about that part. I have marks on my legs to this day from that incident that never healed properly.
From the cleats, right? The cleats got you. Yeah.
Yep. And that guy was your size.
Yeah.
He was a big guy.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know.
Shout out to the guys on our team though, because they were gonna kill him.
No, I was not gonna involve at all. No. All right.
So wait, I didn't even read my last stat.
Oh,
Sorry
go ahead,
about
go ahead.
that.
That's
My
it.
last stat is after Trent Grisham hit his 27th home run in the top of the eighth, that gave the Yankees 33 home runs in 10 games, which tied the MLB record.
So the Yanks would go ahead and keep it rolling again by a final of 10-2 this time. This was the Friday night game. Carlos Rodon picked up his 15th win of the year. He's now 15-7, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. Trent Grisham, what do you know? Again, it his 28th homer of the year, 4 RBIs, a walk, 2 runs scored. Anthony Volpe, 2 for 4, with his 19th homer of the year, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. So Yanks keep homering, Yanks keep winning, Yanks keep killing the White Sox, at that point. So
Yep.
keep
Apparently,
on.
we love Chicago.
Yes, absolutely.
So in the top of the fourth, when Trent Grisham hit his grand slam, it was the fourth of his career and second of this season, and he had, as of the end of that game, 7 home runs in his last 10 games. And then in the top of the sixth, Jazz Chisholm stole his 25th base of the season, making him the 7th person in Yankees history with the 25 home run and 25 within the 25 home run, 25 stolen base club. Do you know who was the last one to do that?
Oh man, wow! I knew who you were going to ask. You want me to name the other 4?
Yeah, you can name them all if you want. I
Okay,
just have the last one.
so I know that A-Rod did it 3 times.
That was not the one I had, but go ahead.
I know Bobby Bonds did it. I know Ricky Henderson did it. Alfonso Soriano did it as well. So that would make him the 5th.
Nope.
Right? Am I
I
missing?
think you might have been well.
Hold
That was
on.
5, 6. You need one more. One more.
So hold on. So A-Rod did it 3 times. There was Soriano. There was Bobby Bonds. There was Ricky Henderson and Mickey Mantle.
And the last person to do it
Was not A-Rod?
one of them. Nope. I will give you a hint because you should know this. He was my original Yankees crush. Oh, not my original. My original Yankees boo that had a nickname.
Curtis Granderson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Now I'm thinking about the list.
He did it in 2011.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He started off his Yankees career pretty awesome. He was flashing power, because I don't think he's ever really flashed before that. I had him on my fantasy team for a while, so I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
All right, so the Yankees Saturday night would need to go to extra innings, and this one got a little dicey, but there was some really encouraging things late. Yankees took this one by final 5-3. Cam Schlittler turned in another good start, but unfortunately no decision. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. David Bednar picked up the win. His record's now 5-5. Camilo Dovaldo picked up the 16th save of the year. Aaron Judge 1 for 4 with his 42nd homer of the year with a walk, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Austin Wells 1 for 5 with his 19th homer of the year, a run scored and an RBI. But in the later innings, though, Cody Bellinger would hit a single to take the lead. Jazz picked up an opposite field single to get the lead, and Anthony Volpe will tack on another run there late. So, Yanks with some good situational hitting, not just homers and homers and homers, as we've gone through most of this recap. So that is something that you're going to need over this gauntlet stretch coming up, is some good situational hitting, because, again, the homers tend to vanish when you face better teams. So you can't really sit around relying on that. And I also want to mention, unfortunately, Devin Williams, though, did slip up earlier in this game. He has a 1 save on it, but he has been pitching much better for a stretch now. So hopefully this isn't the Devin Williams roller coaster where we get bad Devin Williams, good Devin Williams, awful Devin Williams, great Devin Williams, and now hopefully it was just a blip on the radar. Because we need them. We need everyone to do what we are hoping this season ends with. Got anything further on this one?
Not on this game. Nope.
Okay. All right. So, but unfortunately, the Yanks would not complete the 4-game sweep of the White Sox. They dropped this one Yesterday afternoon's game at final 3-2. Lucille, no decision, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Aaron Judge, though, just missed the cycle. He was 3 for 5 with his
That was so
third home
close.
of the year. The toughest one, though, to get. RBI, a double, and 2 runs scored. We had mentioned earlier, Mike Tauchman did rob Giancarlo Stanton of what would have been a 2-run homer, which could have definitely been the deciding factor in this game. Tim Hill did give up the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning, which he hasn't given up too many home runs this year. He usually keeps the ball in the ballpark, but not genuinely the case. Boone was asked about maybe intentionally walking Garcia to get to the I forget who lefty was that was on deck. He elected not to. A tough spot though. Like, no, I mean, the way you got to look at it though is that there's nobody on base. Are you going to put the go-ahead run on base to set up the lefty-lefty matchup? Maybe, maybe not. Traditionally, you don't do that. So
Yeah.
I can see where he was in a tough spot there. So yeah, this was a tough one, but again, you can't win them all. Can't complain though. Yanks went ahead and reeled off a season-high winning streak during the course of the stretch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. So I have two White Sox stats, and then I have a really cool one for the Yankees. So the two White Sox ones are in the bottom of the second. Will Robertson hit an RBI double, and it clocked in at 108.8 miles per hour. Now, for Yankee fans, that might be like, whatever. We got Giancarlo Stanton doing that on a regular basis. But 108.8 is pretty freaking impressive. Like, I don't care who hit it. Like, that's significant. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Colson Montgomery hit a solo home run. It was his 15th of the year. That home run was his 10th home run in August, which tied a club record for a rookie in a month. Do you know what White Sox also did that? In 2014.
Jose Abreu?
Yep.
Nice.
Good guess.
Thinking around the 2014 time. What White Sox were actually good at that point?
Yeah. And now, what I think is a really amazing stat, and I know folks have seen this. Aaron Judge's solo home run in the top of the first was his 43rd of the year, and it was also his 358th. And that, my friends, tied Yogi Berra for 5th on the Yankees all-time home run list. And he's only 3 home runs away from tying Joe DiMaggio's record in 4th place.
In a much shorter amount of time, too.
Way shorter. Speechless. Please look at the Yes Network's interview with him after that game and what he says. This guy, I didn't think it was possible for anybody to be more humble than Derek Jeter during his career as a Yankee, but there is. His name is Aaron Judge. The things that he said about Yogi, the things that he said about the team, the franchise as well, like he's a I don't know him. I've never. I kind of sort of met him once, but for like 2 seconds. But I don't know him from anything. He seems like a really special, just human being.
Seems like good dude.
He seems like a really solid person. He's the first person to enter that list since 1957. If you look at it when they showed it, most of the pictures on that list were in black and white.
Yeah, he's entering some rare air now.
That is like remarkable.
I'm always, regardless of however his numbers finish down the line, I'm always going to wonder if he didn't go. What would his numbers look like if he didn't go to college? He didn't do the 4 years, and kind of got a later start to his career. Or you wonder, would he be able to accomplish this? Maybe he needed that. I don't know.
We talked about what his major was, and his major very much influences how I think I don't think can't influence how he plays the game, which only makes me think just how intelligent this man is.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel like he made sure to finish college for more than just getting your degree, which is amazing. But he knew that this was going to help him with his game, with his job. Think about it. Engineers go to college to get an engineering degree so that they could do the job as well as they can.
Yeah.
He did what most people, because not everybody gets a degree and then gets a job in that field, but like he got a degree for his field.
Yeah.
And he knows himself, he knows his body probably better than anybody else, like almost scientifically. And I think he uses that in his like daily regimen to play ball, because 162 is a lot of days to play ball.
It is. It is. And, knock on wood, he can. Yeah, that's another thing to see. Is he going to get back out on the field in this upcoming stretch?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of questions to be answered.
Yep.
No, Judge, listen, there's nothing to dislike about the guy. That's why I think, as a fan base, like, come October, he's had his struggles in October. He should get like a standing ovation in his first at bats in October to try to, again, help just get over this hump. This is the one blemish on his career, really, is just that. Let's go. Like, I really hope he just tears it up in October, and then, that's it. That's the end of it. There's nothing. There's no critique basically anymore. That's the last one left.
Also, I know that Cal Raleigh is having an amazing year in terms of home runs and a couple other stats. But if you look at their side by side comparison, Aaron Judge is blowing him away.
Yeah.
Like in if there's 20 stats that they look at, Aaron Judge is blowing him away in like 16 of them. I don't care that Cal Raleigh has over 50 home runs. I think that's great. That's awesome. And I love his nickname. He's got the best nickname in baseball. But Aaron Judge is doing things this year that are just insane.
I'm just going to say this too, and I'm going to throw this out there. Just that home run race is not over yet.
Oh yeah.
Not over. No, I'm just saying is that like he could, in theory, still catch Raleigh by the end of the season.
Absolutely.
Because as Raleigh's a catcher, and listen, what Cal Raleigh's doing as a catcher, a switch hitting catcher, is extraordinary.
Yes.
But that will take. You have to imagine it's going to take a toll on him down the stretch, and he has been scuffling. Outside of hitting home runs, he has been scuffling for a little bit now. And Judge once he gets like, it looks like he's starting to get his timing back. He goes on one of his insane, because him just having a hot month is very much happens all the time.
Yep.
Would not be surprised if he caught him. So
yep.
It's curious to see how that goes.
And even if he doesn't.
No, if he doesn't either way. No, I agree. The numbers are still there.
And this is not my bias as a Yankee fan. This is me saying, dude, look at the stats. Look at all his stats.
Just look at it. Because the reverse argument was used against Judge in 2017 when Jose Altuve got the MVP.
Ugh.
Which is just nuts. Because that was definitely a screw job. That whole year.
That
whole year. All right, so let's get to our awards of the week then. Top of the heap hitter of the week, Lisa. Who do you got? There's a lot.
So, there are a lot. So you would think that after what I just said, that I would have put Aaron Judge as my top of the heap, but he is this year's perennial automatic top of the heap. So we try to choose other players. So I just want to rename that because we haven't said that in a while. It usually is him. And I know for the past 2 weeks, I put my man, who is a contender, but I didn't this week. I didn't want people to say I was playing favorites, and I keep picking Giancarlo Stanton, but he could have won it. I picked, and I'm looking at Ed's face because I don't know who he picks. We never know who each other picks.
No,
I picked Cody Bellinger. And clearly Eddie did too.
That's it. On my pivot.
As Eddie looks up somebody else, and there's still other people he could pick, I'll read off Cody Bellinger's numbers. So Cody Bellinger for the last week had a .417 average. His OPS was a 1.292. He had 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 5 runs, 10 hits, 4 walks. His on-base percentage was a .500, and his slugging percentage was a .792.
Yeah, I'm not picking him. I don't care. I'm going to stand my ground. It's
All right, it's Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger as well. Honorable nods
Sally
though
Bomb.
to Trent Grisham and to Jazz because both had outstanding weeks. It's just
Yeah, Jazz had a really good week.
yeah, a lot of home runs for both. They
Yep.
were OPS monsters, but his batting average is not really quite holding up to that. And I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Current day baseball batting average deemed not as important as it once was. So
Allegedly.
I think it's a give and take, but I do think I don't. I those who say it means nothing is absurd. Um, but yes, I'm gonna echo that and go with Cody Bellinger as well because he was my pick. So yeah, he had a great.
Side note, have you seen, because I just saw it for the first time, Aaron Judge's handshake with Trent Grisham?
Yes, I have. It's pretty good. I like
Oh
it.
my, it's like so smooth.
I like it.
Trent Grisham is definitely the cowboy of the team. And please remind me about the cowboy reference when we're done.
Okay.
I'm writing it down so I don't forget.
All right. So King of the Hill pitcher of the week, which I also feel like we have some candidates. I am going with Cam Schlitter.
That's a good one. Yep.
Rodon was the runner-up, but
He was
Cam
my special
Schlitter,
shout out.
yeah, because Rodon ended the nightmare against the Red Sox, so that was a big thing there. Also pitched his first game back against the White Sox, had a good start there as well, his original team. But Cam Schlitter, though, this kid is really coming into his own here. Like, I mean, the kid looks special, seriously. So in both
He
starts this
does.
week, he got one win, one no decision. Unfortunately, not really his fault there, but there's a serious case that come October, he's probably going to be the number 3 starter. I mean, I'm going to go Freed.
Oh, I hope he is.
Yeah, or it depends on who they play because Rodon and Freed are obviously going to be 2 of the starters, right? Like that's a given.
Obviously. Yeah.
But he'll again, he still kind of seems like he's finding his way with the control.
Yep.
Um, you know, Will Warren kind of slowed down a little bit here. He's having a good season, but still. But Schlittler, man, he
He
looks
earned it.
special. He looks
He
special.
earned it, in my opinion. He
Yeah,
definitely earned
and
it.
and again, this stretch coming up, you can't stress it enough. It will
Yep.
be interesting to see, how they go with this, and he can really solidify it right here. But I'm super excited about Cam Schlittler. What did you go with?
So before I say who I go with, I actually have a stat based on one of our favorite ex people, Katie Sharp. I got a Katie Sharp stat. We love her.
Oh, absolutely.
Side note, Katie Sharp, if you want to come on our show, you're more than welcome. Just saying that.
Wish.
I know that would be pretty dope. So Cam Schlittler has a 160 ERA, 33 and 2/3 innings pitched, a 0.98 WHIP, 39 strikeouts, and 11 walks in 6 starts in August. That's the lowest ERA in August by a Yankee since. Do you know who?
Shit, I saw this stat too.
I can give you the date if it helps. It definitely would give it away.
I did see the stat. I'm trying to remember. Like I feel like I have somewhat of a photographic memory, so I'm trying to remember. Think back to it.
No wonder you remember things that I can't.
Cone?
Nope. You want me to give you the year?
Yeah, go.
1978.
Oh, Gidry.
Yes.
Yep.
My King of the Hill, and definitely Cam Schlittler was my special shout out, but I had a feeling you were going to get him, so I wanted to pick somebody else. I picked Fernando Cruz.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he pitched 4 1/3 innings. I felt like I saw him every game coming in as a reliever.
Oh, they're making up time missed time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And he came back and bounced right back in. So in those 4 1/3 innings, he had a 0 ERA, 3 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 6 strikeouts. His WHIP was a 0.69, and his average against was a 200.
and some insane facial expressions as well.
Oh my god, I thought the veins in his neck were gonna explode that game.
That was nuts.
He said he didn't even know that that's what it looked like until somebody showed it to him after the game.
Yeah, that was frightening a little bit. To be
Yeah,
honest,
it was. He's a big neck. He's a big guy.
That
So
is. All right, so then that brings us to our upcoming Yankees Astros preview. As we had mentioned a bunch of times, the gauntlet, the next 4 series that the Yanks got coming up. This is going to be a lot to tell here about them. I personally, again, I'm just want to see, even if you go 500 over this stretch, I will take that. Just you can't have the 7-19 versus some of the playoff teams they've had. They have teams over 500. I know they have a 500 record against them a year, which is not awful, but this is it. This is crunch time. Are you going to make the push for the division or not? Because it's within reach at the moment. It's very.
it is. We made up ground. We made ground.
We did. I was actually going to check here, but I'll check on this while because I know the Red Sox and Blue Jays are playing today, so I was almost going to see if we did pick up any more ground here.
Okay. While you're looking at that, you want me to read the probables?
Absolutely, go for it.
All right. So tomorrow, which by the way, we didn't even recognize that today is the first day of September, and I love
Pretending it didn't happen.
I love September. My birthday is this month, 23 days from now, folks. But it's September. What happened? What happened? So tomorrow, which is September 2nd, Framber Valdez is going to be pitching for the Astros. He's a lefty. He's got a 12-7 record, 3.18 ERA, and 158 strikeouts on the season. He's going up against our ace, Max Fried, and this matchup sounds really great. Max Fried's a lefty as well. He's got a 14-5 record, 3.06 ERA, and 154 strikeouts on the season. So 2 very formidable starters right there. I'm really looking forward to that game tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, Jason Alexander. Please don't get it confused with George from Seinfeld. Jason Alexander. He's a right-handed pitcher for the Astros. He's a 4-1 record, 4.61 ERA, and 46 strikeouts on the season. He will be facing Will Warren. He's a righty, 8-6 record, 4.30 average ERA, and 149 strikeouts on the season. And then on Thursday, the 4th, Christian Javier will be pitching for the Astros. He's a righty with a 1-1 record, 3.38 ERA, and 16 strikeouts on the season, and he'll be going up against Carlos Rodon. He's a lefty, 15-7 record, 3.18 ERA, and 177 strikeouts on the season so far.
All right, so update quickly on the standings. The Blue Jays lost earlier today.
Oh, good.
The Red Sox won. So we are officially we are 2.5 games behind the Blue Jays for the division, tied with the Red Sox, even though we do have one up in the loss column on them. So there is that. But they have the head-to-head, obviously. Even if we swept them, they're still not recovering from the head-to-head. So that's something to keep in mind going down the stretch. But, yeah, no, like you had mentioned, tomorrow night's game, Fried versus Valdez, is like the premier matchup. The Thursday night game, also pretty damn good matchup with Javier and Rodon. So also something there to kind of look into. So, it should be an exciting series, and got to show up. Can't have this suddenly the errors come back, the sloppy base running. Like, that's the thing. It's just clean game, clean baseball. That's what we need. And situational.
Yep.
Not the home runs will not become as easy. But I'm curious to see with Stanton, though, because Valdez is a lefty, so I would imagine Stanton will be in a lineup. And Minute Maid, is it still? I don't know if it's Minute Maid Park or not. Who the hell knows? Wherever. Houston, they do have a small corner outfield. So that's usually when Boone kind of likes to get him in the lineup too. So I would imagine he's going to be in there at least 2 of these 3 games as well, which is good for us, if not all 3. I mean, we'll see. because then they come back to Yankee Stadium. And he seems to be comfortable putting them out there in right field then. So yeah, big series though. So
it is, and I don't know if this is a statement or not, but as they were leaving the White Sox game, a bunch of Yankees were wearing cowboy hats as they walked off the field. And I don't know who it was, and I'm assuming Trent Grisham, but I'm not quite sure because I couldn't really see. One of them had on like full blown out like cowboy looking outfit.
Oh, Judge and Stanton did.
Is that who that was? Oh.
That was the two of them.
Oh my! I gotta go back now and look.
No, take a look. Somebody did shout that out in that picture. No, I don't know if that's maybe their new thing right now. Like maybe they're trying something to like get the mojo going against the good teams.
Maybe.
So.
Because I mean, they were like heavily dressed.
Yeah.
I gotta look for that again.
Well, I'm gonna join in on the fun. I'm gonna wrap up the show with the Yankees cowboy hat. and just pile it on there. So.
Yep, here goes Jason Dominguez waiting for the bus.
Listen, if they go ahead and they take care of business in Houston,
then they just need to dress up for every game, every team.
Yeah. So. Did not get
Bless you.
Sorry. Woo. Well, I do think that does it for us this week. All right. Well. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you joined us on the Facebook live stream, be sure to check out the Empire 161 Show's Facebook group, where we share lineups and highlights and all other fun stuff that we do find. So check us out there. Check out Pop Culture Pros and popculturepros.com, because that's who we are presented by. Also, if you got Instagram, check out our Instagram page at Empire 161 Show as well. You can find us there, where Lisa shares a bunch of other stuff and that do pertain to the Yankees and fun stuff like that. On YouTube, if you're catching us, subscribe to Pop Culture Pros. You can check us out every week here, and also the other fun shows that are on the network, and wherever you found your audio and podcast. We shall be back next week. We'll be talking about hopefully some good stuff. The first half of this gauntlet against the Astros and Blue Jays. Yes, let's bring the mojo here. Bring the good energy, and enjoy the rest of your Labor Day. All right, let's go Yankees. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.